Hello, it's Boz from BozTech, and today we're going to be looking at what happens when you don't have any funds in your account. You've just got your Nintendo Switch, you've completed the one game you got with it, you don't know what to play, you don't have any money to buy a new game. What can you play instead of buying something else? Well, we'll have a look at a couple of the options today. So, without further ado, we're going to have a look at some of the options for free games on the Nintendo Switch. Dawn of Breakers is an RPG with unusual mechanics. Originally designed as a phone game, this game has an anime art style and an unusual setting. The game takes place within a school setting with a group of young students. Your character shows up under magical circumstances and meets the main cast. This game is disappointing because I feel it has potential, but I feel that any potential it originally has is quickly squandered. For a start, the story is told through a series of cutscenes which allow player choices, but give little agency to the player. There's normally one correct answer, so it's not really a matter of crafting your character, but instead choosing an optimal outcome. The level design is uninspired, normally a boring background side-scrolling level. The characterization is the most basic anime-styled characterization possible, showing few original ideas, and the combat falls flat. The board game style map again lacks an ability to influence the outcomes. Outside of getting good with the spinner mechanic you can use to progress. The bosses I feel are the real disappointment here for me, with little to no challenge outside of the inflated health ball. Overall, this feels like it was designed for a phone, even though it was first released for Switch. For me, it feels like it went for a Switch release to capitalise on the popularity of the system. If I haven't put you off, then try it. The game feels like it could have been a lot better, but as I say, that potential was squandered. The next game on my list has instant name recognition. Pokemon Quest is a voxel art-styled adventure game. Again, this game feels like it was designed for a mobile phone, right down to playing a lot better with a touchscreen in mind. Whilst it's appreciated that this game has built-in support for the controller, it just doesn't feel like the game is well suited to that. The game falls short of its Pokemon legacy and instead relies on simple mechanics. Whilst its art style is cute and kind of endearing, the game itself is very lackluster. You have little control over your Pokemon's movements, and the attack system requires very little effort, and can even be set to auto. The training element of the mainline game is replaced by a grid into which you slot stones you acquire through grinding the levels. Couple this with a microtransaction system for unlocks, and it comes across feeling like a phone game again. If you've got young kids or you're a rabid Pokemon fan, maybe give it a look. If not, wait for Pokemon 2019 or get one of the Let's Go games when you've got a bit more money in your account. The next game on my list today surprised me. Color Zen is a simple game mechanic but a surprisingly addictive formula, which I found myself enjoying far more than I thought I would. Firstly, this game oozes the zen of its title. Its music and sound effects are a perfect complement to the seemingly simple puzzle mechanics. In Color Zen, your objective is to clear the blocks and to end with a background colour matching the border. The game starts off pretty simply, but ramps up difficulty quickly once you get through to the later levels. The satisfying challenge curve leaves you with a sense of satisfaction after each level. Like the other games I've looked at so far, this game feels like it is perfect for mobile, but that isn't to its detriment in this case. It works equally well with a controller or in portable mode, using touchscreen control. If you're sick of fast-paced action and want something which challenges your mind and helps you unwind, this might just be the game for you. I've personally played hours of this before going to bed, and I feel for that circumstance, it's the perfect game for your Switch. Going from one end of the stress spectrum to the other, our next game is Arena of Valor, a frantic MOBA battle arena. If you're not familiar with the genre, made popular by the likes of League of Legends and Dota 2, the games are simple in their proposition and complex in their mechanics. Teams face off with a team of champions from a large roster. Their objective: kill the minions, kill the other team, destroy the enemy towers, and then destroy the base. As you progress through the game, you'll earn money and experience, which allow you to level up your character, unlock new abilities, and make purchases of items to improve your character's strength. For those a bit more familiar with the genre, the game is exciting and frantic and plays out in about a third of the time of a League of Legends game, with most games concluding in around 15 minutes. This is the perfect amount of time for this type of game to last. It never outstays its welcome and consistently provides new challenges. For those transitioning from those more traditional MOBAs, you might be surprised by the speed at which the game can progress. Towers melt much faster, and one bad team fight can be all it takes to throw the game during the later stages. This game has potential to provide hours of entertainment, and the pick up and play game style means you can play it in your lunch hour, provided you've got a steady internet connection and about 30 minutes to spare in case the game runs on. Nobody likes an AFK teammate, though if someone does drop out, the game will provide an AI character to make sure that you're not at too much of a disadvantage. That leaves me with my favourite game on the list, and it's also the newest release. Tetris 99 is, well, it's Tetris, but not like you've ever seen it before. Technically, one of the newest entries to the Battle Royale genre, this Tetris Royale sees you face off against 99 other players, each trying to be the ultimate champion. Whilst the game technically plays the same as most other Tetris games, the battle nature of it allows you to affect each other's game boards, dumping blocks into their game while they desperately try to do the same to you. The game can be played in any of the Switch's setups, using tabletop, handheld, or even on your TV screen, but doesn't allow for touchscreen controls. Personally, for me, it's exposed a few flaws in the Switch's face buttons as a D-pad, and also the Pro Controller, as neither D-pad felt quite right to me whilst frantically clearing rows. That's not to say it doesn't control well. The game itself is tight Tetris action that I found myself enjoying quite thoroughly. Now, one caveat with this game is that it's only free if you've got the Nintendo Online subscription, but you'd need that to play the game online anyway, so it's understandable that it's locked behind this. If you have an online subscription, and you like Tetris, then this game could potentially be hours and hours of fun. I've played loads of it, and I've never really got into Tetris before. So that concludes my roundup for today. So what's your favourite free Switch game? This is just the first handful of free Switch games I've played, and I've plans to review them all. If you've enjoyed the video today, hit that like button and subscribe. If you've disliked the video, feel free to hit that button too, and leave a comment telling me how brilliant Pokemon Quest is down below. Until next time, this is BozTech. Goodbye.